I got 400 houses with 400 mouses for 400 houses.
Welcome back to the Jojitorium. Well, I think remember too, whenever we found the German Scheiser porn. Let's not lie to each other. You're in twerk classes over there. That's what
yeah.
That's all it is. The fitness class.
Working on them TikTok videos you like so much.
Dead face.
Got right in front of you.
Welcome back to Jojitorium. You know who it is. It's Adam. It's Matt. We're decaying with the boys. And suck brick, kid.
The Wet Bandits. W-E-T.
No. Stop.
Wet
Bandits. No.
Sticky bandits.
Sticky bandits. 'Tis the season to give to fur babies. Fa la 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 la. Because Monday's Brewing in beautiful Washington County, Pennsylvania, is getting into the Christmas spirit by teaming with Angel Ridge Animal Rescue at AR Animal Rescue on Instagram. So if you're local, you can take some pet-focused goods to the brewery to help fill up the donation bin. If you're listening from afar, check out this QR code right here, and you can go ahead and follow that bad boy to donate directly to Angel Ridge from their Amazon wish list. So how about we keep that season of giving thing rolling while we help out some of our pets? But when you see Sam at Mondays, just make sure you tell him that the boy sent you.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back. We are back for another family episode because it's getting close to the Christmas break, and we had guests, we lost guests. I got sick. I shit everywhere. I lost a couple of them. And
we lost sponsors.
I'm a problem. But Adam, we are gearing up into Christmas season, and we've been doing the best we can, of course, from our respective casas.
Oh yeah, the stress is real.
The stress is always real in the holiday season. So I got to ask you, how is your Christmas season stacking up so far?
Good. I did all of my shopping in about 2 days.
Okay.
So just Amazon just been lighting up my Gmail inbox.
How much Adam and Eve bucks have you gotten? Are you a platinum member yet?
I had to fill my stocking with something.
Yeah. So do you have any surprises that are are you gonna shock anybody with what you were looking for?
With what I'm buying?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's a pretty conservative year this year. I didn't have any great ideas.
I consistently
maybe the niece and nephew.
Because kids you can still blow their minds.
Yeah,
and that's kind of cool. I consistently white elephant my own mom. I just get her reckless shit.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's what I'll do is and it's great now because those mass production sites you can just type in funny gifts for mom.
Oh yeah,
and especially on Temu and Wish, they don't hold back. They're like, would your mom like this dildo? Probably not, but I'm gonna buy one.
Not for me.
But it's when you type it in there, they're like, here's this array of crazy things you can get for your parents, and I'm just like, oh, I can't get my mom any of these things because that's. No son should buy his mother half the things that they come up with.
Nope.
Yeah.
Lori was looking. My wife was looking for stuff for her parents.
Yeah.
Or her mom specifically.
I'm telling you,
found this
TEMU. Let's go for it.
She found this website with I think it was an $800 candle. I was like, oh, what's that smell like? It's got to be like unicorns or something.
Yeah.
Just roses. I'm like, what the?
But why is it? Is it made?
It's not gigantic. I don't know.
Does it have the ring in it? Because sometimes those ones have you burn it.
Nope.
No, nothing.
There was a ring around it. It had a very nice holder, but.
So what? You're just paying for the holder?
You're just paying for the. You really don't know your mom that well if you're buying that.
That's what I said. Well, not my mom either, because my mom drinks fucking Black Velvet and yells at my friends. It's not.
The neighbors are gonna come put cigarettes out in that thing.
They're like, yo, what's up with this thing?
Deb is pretty cool. It smells nice.
She's like, oh, yeah, my son got that for me. It's real nice. So, Adam, we don't often get gifts for ourselves. Well, we get gifts for each other.
I got you something already.
Okay.
It's not here yet.
That's it.
I was going to make you open it, but you'll have to see it in the post-Christmas episode.
And then I got you something, too. But, everyone else kind of passes us up a little bit. during the holiday season because like we're dudes, no one really gives a shit about us. So if you could think of like what if money's not an option right now, what would you pick? And I have to get it for you. So
Money's not an option.
Money is no object, and you have to just pick whatever you want. And I have to go physically purchase it in front of people. That's a really tough question because do you really shoot for the moon and get something you really want, or do you make my life really uncomfortable by making me go buy stuff?
No, I want you to like go buy me a horse.
A horse?
Yeah.
Just a horse.
Oh, I need a stable to keep it in.
So I need to get
all the accoutrement.
So you want me to make you an equestrian is what you're telling me.
No, I'm too fat for that, so you're going to have to give me an equestrian too.
So I have to get you a whole team.
Yeah. Whole team and staff.
What is wrong with you?
A whole horse. I want to race it.
Okay.
And win money and be like, oh, no, how this works.
I didn't know I could do this.
Nah, it's just a burn on Tom Segura. I'll come up with a better idea. I don't know. Like, in all honesty, probably something just dumb like a car.
Okay.
Like a really nice car.
I like that. I like your horse idea a little better.
I do need a new cell phone.
Don't we all, though?
And I just don't want to go hang out with the Verizon guys for half an hour.
They're the worst. Like, this phone comes with
So actually, that would be
terabyte.
handy. I'll put you through that whole, like,
To go
standing in
sit
the
with
line
them?
and shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, it just came to me. I know what I would make you do. So, remember way back when Eminem was, like, in a lot of trouble for using, like, homophobic slurs in his rap songs and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
And he had Elton John do the thing from Dido.
Oh, who'd you get in trouble with?
Yeah, no. So Elton John went on like Top of the Pops over in the UK, and he's like, no, Eminem and I were friends, and I don't think he's homophobic, and we like worked through a lot of things. He actually, when I got married, he sent me a gift, and he sent him 2 diamond encrusted cock rings. What I want you to do, Adam, I want you to go to Sir Elton John's house, and I want you to purchase those used diamond encrusted cock rings. I want you to bring those to me.
Do we each get one?
That's right.
All right. Totally worth it. It's a good one.
So, Adam, we are in round 1, and you linked up with one of our... All I want for Christmas is you.
I got some jewelry.
So we're in round 1, and you met up with one of our friends, our good friends.
Yeah, he's really going to appreciate us
I know.
leading right into this.
Hey, man, we're going to put your beers right after we talk about diamond encrusted cock rings. So you ran into Ben Steffen from Arboretum Trail. So you brought back some beers, put it all together. What do we call it? Round 1 beers. What are we drinking?
So we are drinking a little bit of the new Arboretum, brand new brew called More the Merrier. And it is a winter warmer with our buddy and not former guest. I mean, he was a former guest.
He's been on a bunch of times.
Soon to be guest probably again.
Yeah, I would
Mike
say.
Moore.
Yeah.
More the merrier. So let me give you a little info. I'll give. We got one can, so I'll let you crack.
Okay. What is it?
And I'll tell you a little bit more about the beer. It is coming in at 7.5%, and it is a British strong ale with orange blossom honey and holiday spices.
I mean, it's looking really good.
And right now, you can get this at Mike's Beer Bar on draft for about a month. He said it should be on throughout the rest of December and then into January. And then it's also available at Colonial Beer in Mount Lebanon and in Connellsville, the Connellsville Beer Warehouse, and at York River Brewing.
Nice.
Down in Connellsville.
I'll tell you right now, while you're going to dive into that, I'm going to tell you right now, one of the things I get from this beer is that it is silky. It is super silky. Nice set of spices on that thing, but it's just so smooth. The mouthfeel is just, I feel like I'm on a silk pillow.
Yeah, I think it's the perfect amount of maltiness to go along with that spice. And like you said, it's not overly spiced, but it's there.
It's really good.
And I cheated and drank a bunch of this last night
That's
at Mike's Beer Bar.
Yeah,
so
go
get
to
it.
Mike's Beer Bar.
Yeah.
So when you were drinking it last night, well, it was a taproom takeover, right?
Yeah. So they were doing like a promo thing during the Mike's Beer Bar has a celebrity Christmas karaoke every year. So they got prominently featured along with Yak Brew.
Nice.
Had a couple on, and they're also like the charity beer for the month. This month, both of those breweries, so Arboretum and Yak Brew, both have
That's right.
one on. It's actually Arboretum's Trail Magic.
Oh, yeah.
That I don't know if we've had it on the podcast before,
No,
but we
but
drank
I-
it.
oh, yeah.
I think we drank it a bunch during our layoff there.
Yeah, I met you a couple of times, and Ben was like, "When will you come back?" And he tried to get us hammered.
Right.
Yeah.
So a very good, pale ale IPA
Yeah.
from him. That's like in the 4s, nice session. So go get that too.
Yeah, he's killing it, man.
And we got something else from him here for round 2.
Oh, yeah.
So as soon as we finish these.
So while we're sipping on these delicious beers from Ben Stephan and Arboretum Trail, thank you again, Ben, for that. We are going to move into
No thanks to Mike Moore.
none. You took a picture. No one cares.
I did hear he actually helped on the brew day.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's a very helpful
He's
fellow.
learning stuff.
He is. He's a cellarman in training. Learn from the best, though. You want to come be a cellarman,
He's
you come
helped
talk
here.
to me.
He's helped here.
He's done a good job. So we're going to a segment we haven't had for a while now, and it's the Cut Man's Corner. So from spilled guts to buckets of blood, the boys bring you the most horrific news in the haunted house. I'm trying new stuff.
Nice tagline.
I'm trying my best here. So of course, Christmas is all about family togetherness and keeping it nice, light, holly, jolly. But of course, we don't like that.
We've got to cram a Cut Man's Corner at some point in December, right?
Absolutely. And of course, all these streaming services come together and they understand that there's psychopaths like me and you that want to just absolutely freak our families out. So I went and I found 17 horror movies that you can stream right now to make your halls bloody as fuck. So Adam, I'm going to run through some of these and I'm going to tell you where you can find them. And then let's kind of pick some out here and try to get our listeners to steer that way. Does that sound like a good idea?
Sure.
Okay, so coming at number 1 here, we have Legend of Hell House from 1973. That's on Prime Video. You have the OG Black Christmas from 1974 on Peacock and Tubi. You have Christmas Evil from 1980 on Tubi and Vudu for rent. To All a Good Night from 1980 from Screen Picks. Gremlins, my favorite, from 1984 on AMC Plus. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, the shittier one, from 1987 on Pluto and Tubi. Elves, which is a hilarious movie from 1989 on YouTube. Dead End from 2003 on Freevee and Tubi. Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale from 2010 on Pluto and Tubi. A Christmas Horror Story 2015 on Tubi. Red Christmas 2016, Freevee and Pluto. Anna and the Apocalypse 2018 on AMC Plus. The Lodge, one of my favorite movies from 2019 on Max. Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities, Episode 4, The Outside of 2022 on Netflix. Violent Night, 2022, Prime. It's a Wonderful Knife, 2023 from Shudder. And last but not least, a fantastic flick, A Creature Was Stirring from 2023 on demand.
So you've seen that one?
I have seen that one.
Is that one good? I haven't seen that one yet.
I really like it because I like body transformation and like werewolf style stuff. So it leans up against that
There is
one.
a creature stirring.
Yes, and it's kind of funny too because it's so okay. I'll start then with A Creature Was Stirring.
Sure.
So it's I would say it borders up on a horror comedy to a certain degree. A lot of body transformation stuff, buckets of gore, buckets of blood. I really enjoy it, and the characters are actually they're a little more elevated than comedy, so the acting's pretty good. The story itself is pretty pedestrian, so don't go in there thinking you're getting like an A24 film with storytelling, but you are going to get like a good like Shudder exclusive style level of acting, blood, effects, like that kind of thing. So I think it's a great movie to watch during the holiday season. It's definitely worth at least one watch.
Oh, yeah.
Rewatchability is kind of low, but other than that, that's a good one.
It happens with a lot of these. But one it doesn't happen with is my favorite on the list,
Yeah.
which is Black Christmas from 1974.
So good.
So, some credit it with starting the slasher genre, even before Halloween.
Yeah.
So, way before Halloween. And just a great, creepy Christmas movie that light on the Christmas, big on the gore. It's really just makes you feel uneasy. It's not really big on the gore.
Yeah.
But very uneasy, makes you feel creepy. Directed by Bob Clark, the same director as Christmas Story.
Ooh, okay.
The nice
Yeah.
little
oh,
pleasant
fudge.
movie, yeah. So that's kind of weird to see him do both sides of the spectrum on that one. And just one of my favorites. There's also a remake that was made in 2006,
Not bad.
which isn't bad. Any of the other remakes, I know there's one like in 2017,
Not good.
one of the worst movies I've
Yeah.
ever seen, so don't check that one
Yeah.
out. But if you can find it, I highly recommend 74. If you want a good goofball time, the 2006
Yeah.
remake was pretty decent.
I can agree with that, yeah. And also too, I'm not gonna go too far into it, but I'll thump the drum of Gremlins until I break.
Oh, dude, I'm with you on that one.
I love Gremlins.
Everybody talks about Die Hard, Christmas movie or not. Gremlins, Christmas movie or not. Yes, and better than Die Hard.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But you do know that you gotta leave cigarettes in everything up for John McClane in the vents of your house.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some really good ones here.
Leave them some cigarettes in a 38 special.
I also did like Violent Night. Not so much a horror movie as it is like an action movie.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
It was a fun one.
It was a comedy. Yeah, I liked. They had a good cast in that one too.
On the flip side of your Gremlins,
Yeah.
I would like to talk about Elves from 1989.
Oh yeah.
That is a big piece of horse shit.
Oh, you know,
I tried to watch it today on YouTube, and the
so-
resolution on it was so bad.
Yeah.
So maybe if you can find like a Blu-ray copy or
You
a
can't.
digital copy, yeah, it's rough.
It
It looks like it was shot on.
You think the resolution
Home
on the
video.
YouTube is that's actually just how it was
It's just
shot.
it's got to be home video in '89.
Yeah,
it's bad.
It was so in the 80s they tried to get like that whole like grindhouse thing going.
Yeah.
And they tried it with this,
I mean-
and ooh,
Look in the '60s and '70s, they did it.
yeah, they did it well.
They did it. Yeah, they did it really well. Why just follow that?
Yeah, I know.
Don't get your handy cam out in the fucking backyard.
Yeah, I'm just saying like you don't have to watch on, but if you want like a fun little something in the background,
I got another one.
It's fun.
Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. It's fucking awesome. It's hilarious.
oh,
It's a good goofball time.
yeah.
And you don't even need to watch the first one because they recap the first one in the second one. So
Perfect.
you get everything you need out of Part 1 and Part 2, and Part 2 is way funnier, mostly because of the cheeseball acting. And I'll leave it at that.
If you haven't watched it, you definitely got to jump on it. And then, of course, last one here before we move on to some other stuff, we have The Lodge. If you want to get that A24, I talked about this one before. This movie is
I still haven't
fantastic.
watched it. You told me to watch it.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched it.
Change your life. But yeah, it's if you really want like one of those more artsy A24-ish atmospheric horror movies, The Lodge is where it's at. So if you really want like, it's one of those Christmas chaos is over. You're at night. You're kind of rolling into the nighttime. You want to start winding down with a cup of hot chocolate with the people you're around. Throw on something you can really get into. That's the movie you want to throw on because you can really get into it. Yeah.
And A Christmas Horror Story, great anthology movie.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
if you-
absolutely.
Just kind of if you need something on in the background.
Is there anything on here? Was there anything that you know that this list misses? Is there anything that you were aware of?
Not that I can think of. Well, there's that. Is it like Christmas, Bloody Christmas, or whatever that came out last year with the animatronic
Oh yeah,
Santa that goes crazy?
really good.
That one's pretty.
It's
fun.
fun. It's funny. I would say too, Santa's Sleigh is always out on streaming around the time you want to see Bill Goldberg kill Fran Drescher. You can
Yeah, you're
watch
bringing
that
up a
one.
sour topic there with
I
me.
know.
Watch next week's podcast.
So
Fuckers.
So, Adam, speaking of combat, we are going to move into some combat sports news. So, from Buckle to Bella, Bellator, and back, the boys bring you the best combat sports news in the biz. So, there's a lot of names that I'm going to say in these segments.
I can't wait.
And it's a Christmas gift for you because
I
they're all
cannot
really
wait.
hard. Kazmat Chimaev is going to undergo surgery. I'm saying that right? I'm pretty close. Mr.
Chimaev, you got Chimaev. Right?
Mr. Chimaev is going to have surgery. The UFC middleweight nightmare, Chimaev went the distance with the formidable foe in Kamaru Usman and no
Kamaru.
Usman.
You got the last name right.
I'm okay with last
Yeah.
names. Yeah, Kamaru Usman, and appeared
He
to
is not a car.
he's a unit. But he did injure his right hand during the first round of this decision win. And initial reports said that Chimaev was trying to avoid surgery as much as he possibly could. He's going to do some rehab, some PT, try to come back in. This is no longer the case. Chimaev went on to say, I'm going to do a surgery operation in 1 to 2 weeks.
I'm going to do a surgery.
After that, do the recovery, come back and smash somebody.
I'm going to go do a lap.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a surgery.
I'm going
I'll
to
be
do
right
it.
back.
I will do surgery. I will do a surgery.
Go do a piss and I'll be right back.
So, Adam, do you think that even though he's currently ranked 6th in the division, that Chimaev will get injected into the top 5 fight upon return? Because you're seeing a pretty stacked middleweight division here.
I mean, I don't think there's any doubt he will at least fight a top 5 fighter coming back. You're going to have to see how it shakes up. maybe one of those lower guys in like the 8, 9, 10 rank win a fight while he's gone and get bumped up there. So he has to take them on, but he was dominant leaving. So I think he should be going against a top 3 opponent.
So your top 3 right now is you have Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya, and Dricus Duplessis. So you have a
good job on
thank
that
you.
one. There you go.
Sometimes I know names.
You got that one.
So that's like a murderer's row in your top 3.
Yeah, well, and Strickland's the champ, so I don't think he's going to go right into the title picture.
So then maybe Robert Whittaker.
But either of those guys, maybe throw Robert Whittaker in there. Yeah. That could happen.
That'd be a good one. But so I could see that happening here. And then, I mean, it's crazy to even say this we're in 2023 that Usman is ranked 7th in that division because he was. I mean, he kind of fell from grace a little bit.
Well, it's just age, man.
It takes time.
Time. You can't beat time.
No,
you can beat fighters, but you can't beat time, and you shouldn't make fun of time.
Shouldn't make fun of time, Ric Flair. So I think
you a dog, Ric Flair.
I'll see you at the Silver Dome. So I think he definitely comes in and he gets a top 5 fight. Yeah. But I would really like to see what this Marvin Vettori does because he's kind of making waves right now. I think if he wins his next fight,
do you know who he's scheduled against by chance?
Vettori?
Yeah, for his next fight.
No, I don't. Okay. No. I wish I did, but Vettori, I think if he can win his next fight, that would be a great match for Chimaev to come back to.
I'm surprised Paulo Costa's so low.
Well,
because he was, title contender for a while there when Adesanya had the belt.
But I mean,
he's down at 9 now. Woo.
I mean, the middleweight division in the UFC has become
pretty stacked.
The place you don't want to be. A lot of guys.
There's only one guy there I've never seen fight, and it's number 10.
Roman Dolidze.
And that's just because I'm not watching every fight card anymore.
Yeah, it's hard to.
I'm sure he's great.
Well, because they say too, like if you want to watch every single card for the UFC, you got to spend like $4,000 or something like that.
Yeah, and I got beer to make.
Yeah, I have a life to live.
I got beer to make. I got studded cock rings to buy.
That's right, you do. Diamond encrusted.
Elton John's a nice guy, though. He might give me a good deal.
He's pretty nice. Maybe talk to Dan, see if you can get into a company, get an interpreter.
Oh, I think he knows him pretty well.
You think Dan's pretty tight with Elton John?
Oh, yeah. Is
that how that works? Like you just live in the...
Oi, bruv! Let me in.
He's not a bogan.
I don't know.
Dan's not a bogan.
Oi! Bro. Well, maybe Elton John is.
No.
Oi, Sir Elton John, bruv.
He's a sir. Get the fuck out.
Do they do that there?
No.
That's just here.
That's just you.
They pound it?
Nope.
They probably shake hands.
You know what they do?
Eat beans for breakfast.
They speak politely to one another.
My favorite thing they do is eat baked beans.
Heinz beans too. Yeah, that's pretty good. Bangers and mash.
They're doing one thing. They're doing one thing right with their food, and that's the only thing.
It's not. Yep, I'll take it though. Dude, a full English breakfast. I know it's kind of a turn on.
Good beers though. Look, British Strong Ale right here.
That's crushing it. So, Adam, there is a potential heavyweight throwdown scheduled for March in 2024 because Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua are scheduled to square off on December 23rd of 2023 against different opponents under the Fury Alexander card.
Oh, not against each other?
No, not for that card. However, promoters and cornermen are now saying that both of these heavyweight monsters are on the same card to build them to have a collision course to set up the next opponent for whoever wins out of the Fury Alexander fight.
Oh, okay.
So you're kind of seeing...
why don't they just go against each other to determine that?
I know. But I think, you got to build up to it.
Well, Saudi needs these...
They need
for lack
money.
of better terms, carnival shows.
They do, yeah. Well, because they're trying to build up that whole...
circus acts.
I mean, they're really
get them marks.
They did it with WWE.
Yeah, well, they did it with Fury.
Fury and Ngannou.
Thank you.
I
said Usman. I was like, nope, Usman wasn't there.
Who doesn't know names now? So this could very well round out a hazy heavyweight title scene with that winner most likely taking on the winner of Fury and Alexander. So if you look at these 4 fighters right now, Adam, who would you like to see duke it out in 2024 for that heavyweight championship under the WBC?
After Fury coming off that performance, I'm not that excited to see him. So I would have to go with Wilder and Alexander.
You'd like that one?
Yep.
Wilder Alexander? Yep. That'd be fun. Because I think
That's
Wilder.
what I would like to see.
Wilder's a powerhouse, and it looks there's more.
Throw
of
Joshua up there against a Fury that maybe got beat, maybe didn't.
Ooh, kind of like a run it back, kind of
Yeah.
third place rubber match kind of situation.
Yeah.
I like that.
Little round robin.
Could you imagine somehow it happens?
Giant round robin.
Big one. Could you imagine though at one point if Deontay Wilder somehow fell back down to Tyson Fury and they could sell that trilogy match? Like, that would be incredible.
It'll happen eventually, I think.
It will, but just imagine if Anthony Joshua
It'd be better now than
gets elevated
later, though.
Yes,
Better sooner, better than later.
Yeah, I can concur with that. So, Adam, I think it's only right that you just finished up your beer that we take a quick little break and we come back with another present from Ben Steffen.
As we go to a different area of combat sports.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. My name is Mike Moore. I want to smooch on you.
So we're back, and we have another beer from Ben. So we have another beer from Ben, and it's another round two. So we put it all together. What we call it? Round 2 beers. What are we drinking?
Yeah. This one actually sounds like a kind of like an emo song.
Give me that.
Maybe. Oh,
Fucker.
you want to take a look at it?
Yeah, because you don't. I got it. Love will tie the tourniquet and suffocate me.
Yeah, you did that better than I could do it, for sure. Very well done.
Yeah, love will tie the tourniquet and suffocate me.
From Arboretum Trail Brewing, and this is a double hazy IPA coming in at 8.2% ABV, and it is an all cryo hopped hazy with Citra, Idaho 7, and Cascade for Fun, says Ben on Untapped. Oh, and the color looks good.
Yes.
And if there's a style I really like to have from Ben, it is hazies.
Yes, he does.
And the
them
higher the
very
ABV,
well.
the funner they are to drink. So
Yes.
here we go.
I can concur with that.
And it's a name that stole Matt's heart.
You have stolen my heart. It was that Dashboard Confessional.
I don't fucking know.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
That's why you dropped that lyric.
Ooh.
Yeah. So while you go ahead and think about Dashboard Confessional and talk about that beer, I'm going to take a sip out of mine.
The beer is super danky. Got all kinds of fruitiness. All kinds of thiols up in your tongue.
Oh, yeah, man.
Well, I know what I think about it.
Bye, Mike.
Check out that can.
And we got to rank the beers.
Check out that can. I mean, this is just a better label for sure.
Mike's going to kill us in our sleep. Just like we died in the Hunger Games, Mike's going to kill us.
That is great.
It's a really good beer.
Tons of stone fruit. Oh, dankness.
Can I also go back to say?
It's like you left a peach in your book bag in college.
Yes. And I have done that.
It was just rubbing up on that dank.
Again, the mouthfeel.
It's unreal, yeah.
Super silky.
Super pillowy.
I
silky,
don't-
yeah.
Ben.
And that's the tough thing to nail with these, at least in my opinion.
Well, because they get very stingy to a certain degree.
They can get burny.
Yes.
You can get a little bit of hot burn on it. Not on this one.
Not on this one.
Very smooth. Doesn't taste like 8.2 either. That's dangerous.
Thanks.
We're going to have a fun round 3.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy that I only have a half of one because if there were other cans here, Papa would take a nap.
But yeah, great stuff. And this is one that he's put out, since moving locations down to Connellsville and for a new brew. Tasting great.
Yeah.
And again, you can get it at Colonial Beer up in Mount Lebanon.
Yeah.
And then the Brew Warehouse down in Connellsville, as well as Yacht Brew down in Connellsville.
Wonderful. And
So grab it.
is anything left over at Mike's Beer Bar? Or is that all, they take it all out?
This one wasn't on draft there, but
Okay.
the More is Merrier and Trail Magic are on there.
Fantastic. Okay.
So, go check out if you want to go try some out. Not sure if they have cans there or not, but they did have both of those on draft.
Wonderful. Okay.
So go check them out.
So, Adam, we are still in some combat sports news, and this one's kind of blowing my mind a little bit because I've been reading more about this. That the real reason why CM Punk had to come back to WWE is because he is actually earmarked to be the replacement for Shawn Michaels as the lead production person on NXT. So CM Punk came back, debuts on Raw, then runs the SmackDown, then he teases an exclusive signing to one, then he goes to Raw and signs, but not before he made a pit stop over at NXT, where reports say that he was running around the back, all just happy and giddy, and he's working with production.
Punching people in the face.
Just saying, no real glass.
Lunging at Shawn Michaels.
I'm fearing
threatening
for my
his
life. If it's one thing I know Shawn Michaels would never do is fear for his life. He wrestled Shane Douglas.
CM Punk bothering legends.
So now because he's doing all of this, they're saying that because he's there, that he's going to be the person who graciously and ceremoniously usurps Mr. Shawn Michaels as the head production.
I just thought of something really mean.
Yeah.
That's probably only a few years off because Shawn Michaels looks like the bottom of a boot.
Oh, yeah. That's not wrong. Shawn looks rough.
He's doing a great job down there in NXT.
He is doing a great job. So, Adam, do you think this is really the reason why CM Punk came
no longer
back?
the sexy boy.
No, but you know what? He's a DILF.
He's the golden gilf.
Yeah.
The deadly DILF.
He's a deadly DILF, Shawn Michaels.
To be original.
So, Adam, do you think this is the real reason why CM Punk came back? And what if CM Punk actually makes a really big war between AEW and NXT?
I think that might be part of the reason. But breaking news, it's also rumored that CM Punk came back just to fuck over AEW in their Time Warner Discovery deal. Because now WWE's on the table to go in to the TNT and TBS stations.
Could you imagine?
So CM Punk causing all kinds of problems for AEW and Tony Khan, and I love it. I can't be happier because that product has gone so far downhill.
Well, it would also
in the last couple months
because hopefully it forces Tony Khan to up his game.
Maybe let somebody else make some decisions.
He needs a team.
Somebody that can put their foot down and not fear for their life every time there's a scuffle.
He grabs his pearls. He grabs his Coke, his pearls. What do I do?
He actually calls his Coke his pearls, so it's one and the same.
So, Adam, we're going into your favorite segment here as we sip on some of this delicious Arboretum Trail, going over or jobbing. So, Adam, I ask you, do you think that Nakamura and Rhodes, that program will be a banger? Is it a good time for Rhodes to get mixed in with arguably the best heel out there? I mean, Nakamura is doing great stuff. He's cutting great promos.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
they're packaging him well.
They're
presenting him well. He's doing a good job with it.
What's really cool about it, too, is he is going all Japanese in what he's.
Love it.
It just adds that layer of just sting to what he's saying.
It's respecting what he does, and that's
Very well.
all it should be. I think it's most likely going over.
Okay.
The problem is they booked it as the main event for Raw, and they kind of silly. Kind of funny, kind of ironic.
Yeah.
It was Dusty finished.
Yep.
Nakamura spit the mist in Cody's eyes, and it was a DQ finish. Didn't get a clear winner. Sneak attack again by Shinsuke. So I don't know. You got to have a definitive finish to the match, and it was a great match leading up to that. And then the finish was just kind of like, yeah, I expected that, but I didn't want that.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I think as a fan now of wrestling, I haven't really.
Especially as the main event. They should have just opened up the show with that.
That's what I'm saying. Or put it in the middle. Like, if you're going to have some
put it like going
overbooking-
into your third hour.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. Because outside interference is kind of what loses me in a fight, which is kind of why I'm actually liking
finish, baby.
the AEW Continental Classic, because you're not seeing a lot of outside interference anymore.
That's the only thing I like about it.
Yeah.
We want to talk about that real quick? All my favorite people lost this week.
Yeah. That's why
Brody King, first loss. Strickland, first lost. I was crying this morning.
Yeah?
Yeah. Real sad.
Which one got you the worst?
Moxley's going to win this fucker.
No, he's not. No.
Moxley's going to win this fucker, and I'm never watching AEW again.
I think what they're setting it up for is it's going to be Moxley and Swerve.
I don't think so. No, because it's got to be one from each bracket,
to get out of the gold bracket.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think
no, but they already faced off. You only face each other once.
I thought you had the two advanced. The top two
maybe.
advanced.
I don't know the rules that well.
Yeah. Well, it's very confusing, which is why people
right.
are kind of weirded out.
I think they're
by it.
setting it up for a Danielson Moxley
Do you
final.
know who did a better job of making a tournament for a title? WWE.
Do you know
They just ranked people.
El Idolo is undefeated in the tournament?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
They're
That
booking
was
him
cool.
very strong.
So that was kind of okay that he beat. Who the hell did he beat? Oh, he beat King.
Yeah.
He beat Brody King
Brody
this week,
King.
which kind of pissed me off. But then I realized he was undefeated. I was like, oh, at least he's getting a push.
Do you know who else is also getting booked very well in that? Is Roosh. Roosh
Is he? I've
yeah.
seen him eat a lot of pins.
No,
He got choked out by Moxley last
Yeah,
week.
but they made him like kind of almost like snap back.
I mean, they
too.
need to book him well.
Right, but then he choked out his opponent in the
This week?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So he's getting more like edgy with it. It's
Who was it, Briscoe?
Jay Lethal.
Oh, Lethal. That's
Yeah.
good. Oh, yeah. I fast forwarded through that match.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jay.
Well, that and they're also starting to kind of do the whole like Jay Lethal's going to break away from that faction too. He's
Good.
starting to break away from Double J.
Good.
Yep.
Because that's dumb.
Adam, I have names in the second thing.
Leave Double J with Big Kali too, and leave it at that.
Dude, he's so tall, by the way. Satnam Singh.
Yeah, but he can't do shit.
I know.
Ugh.
It's the same problem you had. It's
Yeah,
too,
but they at least trusted Kali enough in there to go in there and like throw a couple chops.
yeah, the chop.
Yeah.
The one that like look like
I mean,
split
how
your
hard
head.
is it to do that? Like, you just got to build the mystique.
Wasn't he a basketball player?
Yeah,
Why is he so fucking stiff then?
they all. Giant Gonzalez was a basketball player too before he came in.
That's true.
So was Kevin Nash.
Oh,
So was Big Show. All stiff now.
whoa.
I mean, they were stiff.
Kevin
they got
Nash.
stiff way older.
Kevin Nash looked incredible in John Wick. He lost 60 kilos. He looked really good.
Yeah, but that's not him in ring shape. Like, he's not running the ropes
He could have ran the ropes against Keanu Reeves in that movie. I think so. I would have
Yeah,
liked to see a fight scene
with the
between those
special
two.
effects. Yeah,
Yeah, of course. There's
Dude.
wires and shit.
his best look ever was the Punisher.
Going over
That
or jobbing,
bleach- that bleach
Kevin
blonde.
Nash can beat up Keanu Reeves
In real life or
Yeah.
in
in real life.
John Wick? In real life?
Real life.
Yeah, totally.
You think so?
Yeah.
Even with all Keanu Reeves like jiu-jitsu and shit?
Oh, I didn't know he had legit.
Yeah, like he's like a black belt.
What's jujitsu do when Kevin Nash presses you above his head and gives you backbreaker?
He doesn't let you do that though.
No, you don't have a choice. You're like 120 pounds against Kevin.
We're really gonna go ahead and do Kevin Nash for real versus Keanu Reeves because I'm telling you, Keanu Reeves is gonna fucking choke him out.
No chance. Kevin Nash taking him out above the head, backbreaker.
That's a good one. I do like that. So Adam, last one
And it's
here.
over.
Last one here. Hangman Adam Page. His slow heel turn will bring him back to a premier status in pro wrestling.
It can't hurt.
No.
I'm gonna say going over if they actually go with the slow heel turn because he was like
Yeah.
still playing a tweener this week.
Yeah.
like he has an edge. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting him back to where I used to like the guy a little bit.
We all
Not,
did.
can't lie.
We all did.
I'm not a big fan of the buckshot lariat. It's a stupid setup.
It's too
but I like his other move. Dead
Dead
eye.
Eye. Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. That's fine.
That's a good one.
It's like a behind the back.
It's like a beach breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a behind the back tombstone.
I do like it. But also too,
No look tombstone.
this is also something that I wanted to say, and I think this is going over too, but I want to say the reason why it's going over and who we can thank for that is Swerve Strickland. Because without Swerve taking Hangman the distance in that
Yes.
brutal
The Texas
death
death
match.
match. Yeah.
I mean, you really saw some
That was
spots
unreal.
in there.
I expected that match to be good. I didn't expect it to be match of the night the way
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, that match was
Yeah.
sick.
So
in all the best ways.
I say this is Hangman Adams Page resurgence in AEW, and I think that he really owes a lot of that to Strickland. I think that it's a time where you're seeing AEW build certain stars the right way, and maybe that's better booking, maybe that's better writing, but I think it is going over right now as long as they keep it a slow burn and he gets a good turn on a bigger baby face. Like, he's got to pick somebody out, and he's really got to turn on him hard. He could also turn on Samoa Joe pretty hard, too, even though he's like an anti-hero.
Yeah, Joe is such a good heel, though.
Yeah,
Like
he
I
is.
think after this program, he should just go back to healing out.
Yeah.
Unless he
guess.
wins the belt.
Yeah.
Could happen.
I kind of like
I
it.
don't know how serious MJF's like shoot injuries are. They might have to put the belt on Joe.
They might
I don't
have
know. I don't know.
That's okay with
Which
me.
is fine.
I'll take
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But then maybe he could be more of a baby face if he's the champ.
Do you know who's a babyface?
I don't know. There's one more going over jobbing. Late entry.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves, after his match with Kevin Nash, his next role will be Stephen Hawking, going over jobbing.
So we're going to move into a break. Don't you dare. Point Break was a classic. So we're going to go into a break. And our friends are baby faces because we don't have any sponsors.
Sugar Coated Murder.
Yes.
Those two Southern sisters that are so sugary and spicy.
I love it. And then we
I
got.
love them. There's some sassy ladies. I had a lot of fun listening to the latest episode.
I do enjoy it, yeah. And then we have all of our other friends too. We have a bunch of Christmas episodes coming out from all of them. We're going to see a potentially revamped platforms for a couple of them. We're going to see some cool stuff coming out. There's a new secret show that's about to come out that I can't talk about right now.
I hear you're booking me on all kinds of stuff. I think I'm going to see Dan again soon.
Very soon.
I mean, through the computer screen.
How about we talk about them in the second half?
Okay.
See you on the other side.
Fancy taking a humorous trip down a random topic each week? You do? Well, you're in luck. Casting Views, presented by me, Dan, and a host of guests, bring you just that. With topics from the world of entertainment, science, sport, and everyday life, there's bound to be a topic that's going to inform and amuse. Catch Casting Views every Sunday on all listening platforms now.
Welcome back. Hopefully you heard something that you like, because again, when you support our friends, you support us. When you support us, we can do some pretty cool stuff.
Dan and Casting Views.
All the time. And I want to say this.
I'm not sucking up to another podcast. I don't want to jump ship.
As special counsel for my tribal beer chief, I will say that I've been shopping year round, and there are some takers.
Yeah, give me the dates. Give me the dates and times, and I'll be there.
And yeah, we're gonna put those together. We're gonna get you on the Suplex City tour.
Oh yeah.
So Adam, we are in round 3, and we actually decided to get away from Arboretum Trail and actually bring one that you made on, because we are in the Christmas season, and I got to actually name this one. So we put that all together. What do we call it? Round 3 beers. What are we drinking?
Yeah, so we're drinking, as Matt said, he named it the Merry Crisis.
Merry Crisis.
Which is a completely new brew for us. It's kind of a take on the Christmas group we've done the past couple of years, but it is a Christmas holiday braggot, which a braggot is kind of like a meld between mead, which is honey-based wine almost, and a beer.
Yeah.
So like you do a 50-50 of those in the fermenter and see what turns out. This one was then flavored with cranberry and lingonberry, and then just dried, very, very much dried out, as you can probably taste.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, what do you think? You took your first.
Dude, it's to say that it's a marriage between a beer and a wine with those, like the cranberry and everything. It's exactly that. It's that nice carbonation you get from like a lighter side beer, and then that wine flavor is just punched up at the very beginning, and it plays throughout too.
Yeah,
the dryness is what really gets me.
That's what I like the best about it.
Yeah, and it's the dryness is what brings me back too, because I'm a super dry guy.
I see you, John Popper.
Oh yeah,
the hook brings you back.
The hook brings. Listen.
I just wanted you to sing again.
If we can do an all musical, we should do a musical episode.
Oh man!
Oh, I'm pitching that.
The planning behind that.
I'm putting that to creative to see how that, which is me.
It's round 3 beers. It's round 3 beers. Round 3 beers.
Did we talk to a celebrity today? No.
Okay, maybe it won't be that hard.
Nah, I think we're going to do pretty good at it.
But yeah, I mean, I'm very happy with it. It is also called Merry Crisis because the brew day was a nightmare, and I told you about it, and you literally joked like, Merry Crisis. And I was like, you know what? Not a bad beer name. So yeah, it's Merry Crisis coming in at 6.5% ABV. And like I said, it's actually locally sourced honey from the Botanical Garden here in Pittsburgh.
Nice.
It was like their autumn honey, so it was very dark actually.
Ooh, yeah.
It lightened up during fermentation. And then along with that, some pure cranberry, some lingonberry jam, and then just some wheat and a little bit of Mandarina Bavaria hops to kind of give it an orange tinge.
Yeah.
And that's it. Fermented with Scottish ale, just because that's what I used for the gruit, but it worked perfectly for the braggot. So
this beer works, man.
It's going to be a tough call next year on what to do, because I am really liking this. And then I did carb it a little bit higher.
Yeah.
To kind of give it that sparkling wine carbonation.
And I was going to say, if you have somebody out there who's like, I'm not a big beer person, I like more wine, this is it.
Yeah, and even when this beer was the gruit, it was 2 appeal to non-beer
Yeah.
drinkers.
Yeah.
So like I think I've gotten even further into that. It's not sweet and attracting people, but if you're into dry white wines with a little bit of fruit,
This is it.
boom.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to get white girl wasted, this is the way to do it. Going back Taylor Swift.
Thanks, man.
Shout out to you, T-Swizzle.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, this is really good, Adam. And, I like the experimentation that comes down here in the wintertime is what I always look forward to. And this is exactly the product that we get here. Fantastic product that we get to sip on in round 3 while I take you into my favorite segment, the ground and pound.
I just want to add on, if you want any of this going into Christmas, I have plenty of bottles.
Okay.
Just hit me up on the Instagram would be the best.
Slide in DMs.
Facebook also works. Instagram is the best if you got one, though.
Absolutely. Ground and pound. So, because it's the Christmas season, of course you're going to get all those scam emails, text messages, phone calls, Facebook messages, all those things. It all happens all at once, very quickly. So,
I found your wallet on Western Avenue.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
That one actually happened to me. That was last year, though.
Really?
Yeah, all my cash was gone. Shocker.
Oh, but you got everything else back.
I did get everything else back. So
Finder's fee.
It is a finder's fee. It was like only $60. It wasn't that bad.
So, Adam, our crypto joke really brought the scammers to our pages.
Oh, man.
I know.
Now we invited them to our door.
It's pretty deep. So right now my DMs
Thanks
have
a lot,
looked
Greg
like,
Guacamole.
Avocado. Put some respect on his
yeah,
name.
he works for Guacamole
Guacamole
Enterprises.
Incorporated. Yep. Yeah. So some of the things I got here were we can get your financial growth going. Oh, by the way, these are all misspelled horribly. I'm trying to say these the right way. Check this link to get your crypto moving forward. Of course, run of the mill. We got a video of you cranking your hog, and if you don't give us money or crypto, we're gonna put whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna send it to your family. Yeah.
And then the good old your account is locked due to fraudulent material or explicit material shared in your profile. Click here to make a dispute. And I think everything we post on our stuff is definitely flagrant. At least, I mean, we say a lot of naughty words. Yeah. I'm on Santa's naughty list. But what I did was, because it got me thinking, I went and I wanted to find, like, what are the top scams right now going on during the holiday season? So, of course, Fox 5 in Atlanta never ceases to amaze because
They put in the groundwork.
for us to pound the fuck out of it. So, if you don't know, Atlanta is one of those cultural hubs in America where everyone tends to go for the holiday season. So, of course, the FBI is watching that very closely. And the citizens of Atlanta will report shit endlessly. Yeah. So, these ones here, this is from...
Major travel hub, too, here in
Absolutely.
America, so.
Yeah. So, Fox 5 actually put together the top scams that are out right now through Atlanta. So this is primarily for Georgia. However, I've seen a few of these pop up here in Pennsylvania. So we're going to run you through them, and you're going to see how volatile they are so you can avoid them in the future. And also, too, if you've fallen for them, sorry, you got to just delete your name and join a cult. So, Adam,
I fell for one this year, so
I think I found one.
We'll see if it's on the list.
The one that you fell for, I thought was the first one here. They're puppy scams. So one type of increasing online scam is a puppy scam. Crooks will use social media or other websites to offer puppies for sale and take money, but never deliver the animal. They may also ask you for money for vet bills and whatnot. So this thing, from January 1st of 2023 through October 15th of 2023, the IC3, which is the Internet Crimes Complaint Center, received 3,500 complaints related to puppy scams with about 6.6 million in losses to the public.
I gotta get me some fake puppies.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, honestly, too, around the Christmas...
This is not the one I fell for.
This is not... I thought this would have been it.
No.
Because
my wife would play more to the puppies.
But I mean, like...
But they'd have to be rescue puppies. Like, she's a...
Yeah, I think that's what they do here.
That's not good.
They're like, oh, do you want
Gotta
this?
watch her bank account.
Craig, go check on her right now. But so I've seen a couple of these because I went out and started searching a few of them, and these guys will make like Facebook accounts and whatnot, and they'll be like, "Hey, look at these golden retrievers."
Yeah.
It's only a rehoming fee of $200, like a reasonable amount.
I've seen shady looking ones before.
Yeah. Clip art, a lot of clip art.
I mean, that's why if you feel like you want to donate or find a rescue dog, maybe check out Angel Ridge, our opening sponsor this week. So.
AR Ridge. It's an Angel Ridge Animal
Angel Ridge
Rescue.
out in 84, PA.
They're on Instagram. You can go to their website. You can donate directly. You can go on their Amazon wish list and give them stuff right now. You don't have to worry about this.
It's at AR Animal Rescue on Instagram.
We got you covered. So, Adam.
So, yeah, don't fall for the puppy scam. Go to
Don't.
Angel Ridge.
Don't be like Adam and fall for puppy scam. He's not going to admit to it, but this is it, wasn't it? It was puppy scam?
Nope.
No.
That.
It's worse.
It was way worse. They got a lot more money.
So, Adam, was it the non-payment or non-delivery crimes?
I think I've been hit with one of these. Let's hear about it.
Yeah, so the FBI defines this crime as goods or services that are shipped and payment is never rendered, which is a non-payment. Payment is sent and goods or services are never received or are of lesser quality, which is also a non-delivery. So you ask for something, you think, oh, I'm going to get like a Nintendo Switch, and they send you just like a cardboard box with switches on it. Like, you got what you wanted, but you paid us $500 for it. So through October 15th, 2023, the IC3 has received over 40,000 complaints related to this, with losses approximating to $250 million. And in 2022, those annual report numbers were actually $281 million. So people are getting smarter, but it's still a lot of money. It's $250 million. You got tricked.
I got hit on this one.
What
this
happened?
year. I tried to buy one of those electronic refillable super sheet
Those
water
are
guns.
so cool.
Yeah, well, I got gypped out of $60.
Well, what the fuck are you doing? You didn't.
I paid $60 for one, and
Okay.
they sent me a water gun, like one of those one of those 50-cent deals.
A little guy.
It's in my car.
What do you use it for now?
Just shoot people out of my car window with it.
Drive-bys.
I mean, no, not like I take it into.
Well,
that sounded bad.
Adam shoots people.
No, I take it to Beer Fest and shoot people at Beer
Yeah.
Fest with it.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we've been using the same spray bottles for all these years, so you finally
Right.
upgraded and you're going to
To a
assassinate.
little- I can put it in my sock. Yeah. But also, like on the non-payment, non-delivery,
Yeah.
it's not quite the same thing. But one I've been hit with, but haven't fallen for recently, and it's always been. It comes up as a spam text message. Thankfully, it's Google identifies it as spam. On
Yeah.
it. But it says it's from USPS.
Yep.
And they have a package for me that they can't deliver, and they need some more information. And to click this link.
Yeah.
Do not click that link.
Don't click.
Everybody listening. I did not fall for that one, but I did fall for the water gun one.
Yeah.
But I've gotten that USPS, we need more information like 3 times this year.
Yeah.
Thankfully, always outside of the Christmas season, so I knew I didn't have
Right,
anything
right.
ordered through them. And I was like, this seems like bullshit.
That's it.
And my wife said she got 2
I
or
just
3
got
too.
one this
Yeah.
week for that. It's because
So watch out on that one.
yeah, cause it is the season too where you're like everything comes from online.
Oh, I've lost complete track of where everything's coming from right now. I have a
Yeah.
couple international orders out there. Like, I got stuff. all over
diamond
the place.
crusted cock rings.
That's my international order.
Thank you, Sir Elton John.
Thank you, Dan.
Oi, bro.
Oi, bruv, let me see the diameter of your cock. Dan wouldn't say that. That's me
Never.
saying
That's
that.
you saying that as Dan, as a bogan.
No, I'm not. I'm not even being Dan. That's me trying to assimilate into British culture.
Okay, we're all feeling.
Do you want to
today.
catch the footy match, bruv?
That's not what they say.
I'm pretty sure they call it a footy,
footy
match.
match?
Yeah, I think that's what they call football. Soccer. Are you that ignorant? It's soccer.
Whoa, easy, Tiger.
I think they call it a footy.
Okay, so
Dan, get back to us.
hit us up.
Hit us up in the comments.
Footy match?
I think so.
That sounds like something you look on Pornhub.
But when they say it, it's like,
Oh,
bruv,
oh, like a Manchester.
footy, or I'll kill you.
Yeah, Liverpool for life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not messing with those guys. I'm not a hooligan. I'm not. I'd like to hang with them, but just for a pint or so.
A pint? They'll never let
Well,
you
I
out
mean,
there
a
on
pint
one
or,
play,
pint or 8.
several. So Adam, one that could catch us, and we've tricked a lot of people here, are the investment scams.
Oh, the old avocado coin.
Oh yeah. Fuck you, Greg Avocado. So the FBI anticipates a higher loss in funds with investment scams this year, primarily due to the increase in cryptocurrency confidence scams,
Yeah,
which are one
for
type
sure.
of investment scam following particular typologies to scam victims. So because just like we did, we created a fake coin that isn't real. It's not real. Stop messaging me. It's not real.
But if we did put it out there as real, it would be a scam.
Please stop.
I'm just saying. But like,
They're going to keep messaging me.
but there's people that do that.
Yeah, so they make so
So it could just be like
Yeah.
litter box coin and like
Right. Yeah.
nope, that's just shit.
Yeah.
Like
so
there's a bunch out there you don't.
and they'll do equivalency rates that don't make any sense.
Right.
Like if you give us $100, that gives you like 2 coins.
Right.
And then they'll be like, the 2 coins actually have a rate of $250. So you're actually making $50 on top of the 2. And then you
But
keep
it's
dumping
all
the money.
fictitious.
Yeah, none of it matters.
It's a tough thing in the vetting of cryptocurrency right now. Like a lot of people can get in there and scam,
Yeah.
which is sad. It's affecting the market, which could potentially be viable. I'm not gonna lean on either side of that. I hope it is for a lot of people's sakes that got into it a few years ago.
So can I ask you this, Adam? Maybe you know this better than I do. How do you actually like find a viable crypto coin? Like what?
I don't know, because like especially back when it was hot, your thing was to hop on one that was starting up and jump on it early.
Yeah, like Ethereal. Or,
Ethereum.
Ethereum. Sorry, yeah.
Or Dogecoin was really cheap and then like sprung up for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just a risk. I mean, you can look back, but even like there's a lot of people I know probably a dozen people between podcasts I listen to and people I know personally that got
Scammed up.
into ones that just weren't legit. Yeah.
It's like those.
They just crash and fold.
Yeah. What's the thing that people like? They were like making the monkey art and they were selling that. What the hell is that called?
Oh
again?
fuck.
It's you buy like a picture and everyone's like, oh yeah, this is. But every celebrity got into it too.
Keep talking about it.
Yeah.
Seth Green did it.
Yeah, everybody did it. Like yeah. So while he looks that up, we're going to go into the next one here. It's a smartphone app scam. So some mobile apps, often disguised as games or they're offered for free, are designed to steal personal information. So before downloading an app from an unknown source, consumers should also research the company selling it or trying to give it away and look online for third-party reviews of the product. This kind of goes along the lines of those... he's like, oh yeah, solve this puzzle. And there's always like a character and there's a bunch of like pull the sword out to try to get like all the marbles down.
Yeah.
So, and then you download that app and it's nothing like that. It's like a scratchy lottery thing. And they're like, you could win thousands of dollars. NFT. It's an NFT.
It's an NFT.
Thank you very much. My brain works.
It just came up on my phone too.
Telepathy.
I couldn't remember because as soon as the minute I thought that's the dumbest thing ever,
NFT.
it fucking fell through the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the other thing too is NFTs aren't even really a thing anymore. Like,
no, that kind of died
Yeah.
because of it's just ridiculous.
yeah, but like the wave was huge.
Yeah.
People jumped on it. Yeah. So in the smartphone scams, like you've seen them too. They try to give you an app that kind of looks like everybody else, and all those like all the clones too. Like when you saw Age of Empire.
Yeah.
That one came out. Everyone's like, "Oh, check out ours! It's
the
Empire
guild.
Images."
It's the Guild of Gold.
Yeah.
Come get it. Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, I get that. And it's literally just an IO rip of, whatever the
It's just hacking
actual
into your
game is.
shit.
Yeah. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, why do I have multiple personalities on my phone? And I can't even log in anymore. I have 9 Facebook accounts. So yeah, so just be careful. Every smartphone app that looks cool isn't what you need. So just do your research. It's pretty simple. If you Google it, Snopes has been pretty strong as of late.
That's why I stick with Angry Birds too.
Yeah. Angry Birds too. It's been a staple in my household for years. I put it on my Roku screen.
I'm so late.
I project it.
I don't really play Angry Birds. Sorry.
He
You
does.
project yours?
He does.
I have this little brewery simulator.
Was that free?
Because I'll never own a real one. Yeah. Oh, no.
So it
I think
wasn't
I-
even free.
No, I think I paid like $3.99 for it.
Just torturing yourself.
Yeah, it's real fun though. You I got a mascot. It's fun.
Do all your front of house people start smoking weed back in the cooler and you
Yeah.
can't get to come out?
They're all vaping and walking, and I have to chase them out of there to wait on people.
Serve on the beers, dude. Come on, Mr. Bashline, chill.
Chill out, you old fuck.
Boomer. So
Damn it, I'm a millennial.
I'm on my break. Adam, we're going on to gift card scams. So consumers should be very careful if someone asks them to purchase a gift card for them.
Oh, hell yeah.
In these scams, victims get either a spoofed email, a spoofed phone call, or a spoofed text. I'm saying spoofed a lot. From a person in authority asking the victim to purchase multiple gift cards for either a personal or a business reasons. And this is usually like, hey, buy me the card, then tell me the numbers off the back of it, and then it renders the card useless,
yeah.
and all you've done is
And you're just out
basically
your money.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
You done got spoofed. It's
Yeah.
spoofy season.
That's one that has been around ever since gift cards came out.
Yeah.
because people are doing it over the
I remember
phone.
that was one we had to look out for and like warn people about when I still worked at Sheetz all the way back.
Oh yeah.
All the way back in the
Yeah.
day. So yeah, that's been a long running one.
So the last one here, and the one that we just don't like, because here in the Jojitorium we believe in charity. They're charity scams. So fraudulent charities will scam you during the holiday season. It's very common. These perpetrators set up false charities and profit for individuals who they believe they are making donations to legitimate and charitable organizations. And agents would suggest that anytime you make a donation to a charitable organization, that you check your bank account, because you want to make sure that no one's misappropriating how you sent the money in. So, I mean, here in the Jojitorium, we always recommend your PayPals, your Venmos, your Zells. Like, you want something that's kind of, it's encrypted. You really can't you shouldn't give anyone your bank account number. Like,
Right.
There shouldn't be like a
there's
written
a step
thing there.
in between.
So that's kind of the thing you want to do there. And this is heinous because it happens a lot, especially right now, because everyone's like, this family, their house burnt down. This is one I always see. House burnt down. There's 5 kids, and the mom has toe cancer, and she can't.
Yeah, there was a rough one here in Pittsburgh a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like I think it was pre-COVID. It was
Yeah.
a completely false thing. It was the same. It was a house burned down, 5 kids.
Just grab.
I don't know about the toe cancer, but
Toe cancer's tough, man. We call it gout.
But it was like, this family's out of Christmas, and like, nah, it was just donation. It was a GoFundMe going to
wherever.
Hank
Tahiti.
I think it was Hank Williams the fourth.
He would do that. He would do that. So, Adam, there are some honorable mentions that I did find. The one that I see a lot, too, is you owe money, and if you don't pay it, you'll be arrested. Somehow you had a parking ticket, and the police have a warrant for you. The Social Security office will call you.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of relates to one I know where you'll get a fake IRS phone call. that
Oh,
you
yeah.
owe money. Like they will never call you about that.
No.
It'll be in the mail.
Yep.
You can look it up on the website. They should give you a case number that would reference to the
Yep.
IRS.gov website.
And nobody
so don't fall
will
for that.
ever
But it's a very
ask
similar
you-
thing where like,
Oh, yeah.
you think you're in trouble, you think you're going to get fined.
You panic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no one will ever ask you to verify your date of birth, Social Security number over the phone.
No.
Ever.
No.
Ever. So the other one here, Adam, is overdue medical bills that need information before collections take over.
It's a good one.
So they'll call
that
you
would
and they'll
work.
say, hey, because you can go online now and you can like Google a name and it'll say, oh, here's a lineage. And if you have like kids or a wife or whatever it might be or a partner, they'll say, oh, hey, Adam, Matt went to the hospital and he got this thing done and he still owes money. Can you give me like, what's your address? How many people are in your house? What's your median income? They'll ask you those questions because they use that then to build up other accounts under your name by using that information. Ooh. It's really volatile, especially if they can use the information from these. They're all free sites online, by the way. It's all these like lineage, family tree websites on Google.
Right.
Very easy to get to. So if anyone ever, again, no one should be asking you for several things: Social Security number, date of birth, median income, construct of your house. Like no one should be asking for those things. Those should all be written, and even when they're written, don't do it.
At least question it.
Always question. And last but not least, here on my list, there's one that says your computer was found to be compromised. Allow us to troubleshoot the issue, and they'll say like, "Hey, give us control of your computer, and
And I'll be taking your bank accounts."
Yep. And here's all your sensitive information, and we're gonna leak your nudes. Don't leak my nudes.
all my Mike Moore nudes out in the public.
Yeah, those are a lot too. Little known secret about Adam: he has what we call terabytes of Mike Moore porn.
Some of it original, some of it's fan made.
Yeah.
You know,
It's good stuff though.
little fantasy booking.
I really like how you got local artists to make more like the type.
He's a majestic creature. What can I say?
You have a lot of those paint me like your French girl situations on those hard drives, and I'm really fascinated.
Yeah, it's art. It's not
Yeah.
perverted. It's art.
It's a collection. Adam, do you have any other ones that you know?
One of my favorite ones was actually covered by friends of the podcast. Last podcast on the left. I don't know if you heard about it. It was the guy who had, it was Nebraska or Idaho or something like that, and he had a long lost family member, uncle, I think, that passed away and was leaving him $30 million.
Oh, wow.
So they got the email. It's basically like an email phishing scheme. They got the email. He had to provide some information. But his live-in girlfriend also caught wind of it and killed him thinking they were common law married, even though the state they reside in, actually I think it was one of the Dakotas now that I speak about it, but it's a flyover state.
West Dakota.
They don't even have a common law marriage law. So she killed him with antifreeze. There was no money. There is no common law marriage, and she's doing life, I think.
Was she the one who was also putting bleach in his coffee?
No, that was a different one.
Okay.
No, she antifreezed his beer.
Oh,
which I would totally fall for.
What a dick! I would too. Like, this is a really sweet beer. What is this? It's
I think
cream ale.
And I think when he got sick, she was just like, "Oh no, it's just the DTs. You're fine." It's like, "Oh no."
Oh, she relied on his alcoholism.
Yeah.
What a jerk.
Yeah. And then there was no money, and she's in jail. So yeah, there's also that's just your classic email phishing scheme. It was the old African prince scheme.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
If you send me this much money, you can be in for this much money.
Yeah.
And don't. I mean, that's an old
What
one.
was the old joke too? Like all those Nigerian princes just sitting in their houses with all this money and no Americans want it.
Yeah. They just want to give it away.
They're just trying to give you $40-some million and you're just a stingy little bitch.
They know your station wagon broke down and you need it. They're just trying to help out. But they just need the transfer fee sent.
That's all. How much is his transfer fee? $100,000. So, Adam, we're moving into your favorite segment of the
my
podcast.
favorite round too now.
That's true.
Because going over jobbing is pretty
It's a
strong.
lot of fun.
Pretty strong.
Yeah. So this is questions from the internet. So Adam, I have to ask you, what is one sidekick that you found to be way cooler than the lead hero?
So it was a sidekick to a group of heroes.
Okay.
And my sidekick is Casey Jones with the Ninja Turtles.
That's a good one.
Casey Jones was the shit. He had the cool ghoulie mask. He had his fucking backpack full of weapons like cricket bats, hockey sticks, baseball bats. He was just kicking ass. And in the end, he got April O'Neil.
And what a prize.
So Casey Jones
Yeah.
is the best sidekick of all time.
Can I say too that April O'Neil has been historically casted so well. No matter what iteration she's in, was voice acting, everybody does a really good job of getting her in line. Everyone fucks up Raphael.
Yeah, for some reason, he's my favorite turtle out of all.
Yeah. Oh, because he has anger problems?
Yeah.
He punches holes in walls.
He's a real Kyle.
He really is. Do you know that Raphael is actually sponsored by Monster Energy?
I mean, I'm not punching holes in walls, but
Oh, gosh. Man, for me, that's actually a really good one. I was going to say that my favorite sidekick to like a big superhero or a big like character are the feral robins that accompany the Bat Who Laughs. They don't talk. They eat people.
yeah. I figured it was going to be a Robin. I didn't pick that Robin for you, but
That's going to be it's a gang of robins and they all look horrific. They're my favorite ones.
the least good-looking Robins. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah. One
Looking
was
back on it.
wish the O'Donnell brother would turn into one of those real quick. That'd be pretty cool. So, Adam, number 2 here. Do you have any holiday traditions?
Yeah, I don't have anything major. Christmas morning, we do have a stocking for everyone in the house, which means all the pets have their own stocking.
Oh, nice.
So they open their own stuff. The Bandit has his own presents to unwrap as well.
Oh, that's cute.
Because he'll unwrap the cat. None of the cats have interest in presents. But they all have a stocking. So, that's kind of our house tradition. Other than that, not really. I mean, we just wake up, do the coffee, and Lori cooks breakfast. And
That's nice.
we just kind of do on with our day. As now that our family's grown and the niece and nephew are growing up, they usually do Christmas morning at their house. So we kind of have Christmas morning, and they live out of Pittsburgh. So so we kind of have Christmas morning to
Let's
ourselves.
dox them.
So
where they live.
So just kind of a casual Christmas morning the last couple of years, which is kind of nice. We brunch it up, Maybe hit a little bourbon earlier, a little
I like
champagne
that,
or something, But yeah, it's about it. As far as family Christmas, like me and my dad just drink gin.
I like that.
That's like the one time of year I drink gin is
Yeah.
on Christmas
because
because
you're not a big gin guy.
tastes like pine. So
Yeah.
it's like, this is Christmassy. So yeah, gin and tonics on Christmas with my dad and animal stockings, I guess.
I like that.
Yeah.
In my house, my mom will come up to our place for Christmas, and my favorite thing to do with her is make Irish coffees for us in
there
the
you
morning.
go. Same. See, you gotta get started early.
She and I will drink Irish coffees in the morning and shoot the shit and talk about relatives who are almost dying but not dying yet, and that's her favorite thing to do. So I let her cook. So, as the kids would say.
Uncle Mickey, he's getting real close.
Yeah, well, my Uncle Chuck flew through the wind the one day, and she can't get enough of telling me that story. So he has bones like a bird, and so
He lost 3 toes this year.
toe cancer. I told you it's a real thing. So, but the other thing too is the reason why I also like to make the Irish coffees is because I like to go and I get one of my favorites whiskeys a week prior, which I'm actually due to go get it probably this weekend. I get a single bottle of Woodford Reserve. I get the single malt. And that's what I make all the Irish coffees out of.
I totally thought your lame ass was just getting a bottle of Jameson.
No.
Congrats, dude.
Yeah,
Good job.
Yeah, and then do that, and then of course, we do Christmas Day at our house, Christmas Eve at in-laws, and we do this thing where at the in-laws' house, I forget what it's called, but it's like Roman Catholic, which of course I don't remember what the hell it's called because I don't. But you break off a piece of this almost like wafer and from somebody else, and you tell them like why you're thankful for them for the year, and then you hug, and that's nice.
If you didn't get it all at Thanksgiving, you do.
Man, I was like, I fucking hate you. But no,
I just love the way you hug. Bring it in.
You gotta fucking hug me. So, Adam, the last one here, and this was a weird one. Is there a conversation you can remember that you wish you could have recorded, and why?
Yeah, I messaged you about this one immediately, and I was like,
Yes.
man, I'm picking my brain on that. And I don't remember the conversation completely, which is kind of why I wish it was recorded. And I was 16, like I was just barely driving.
Yeah.
And it was around this time of year. It was family Christmas get together, and my grandfather didn't like sit me down for a meaningful talk. I just ended up on the chair next to him, and everybody else was running around. And he, to paraphrase, and he much more elegant than what I'm going to say, but basically said like, a bunch of these people here today need help. You don't need any help. Whatever you want to do, you can do. And like just like.
That's awesome.
Vested that in me, and then a few years later he passed right about the same time of year. So like that's something like, and it was the first person that like, because it was when I was my angsty teens, like, so my parents weren't super happy with everything I was doing. Nobody was super happy with what I was doing, but I was just doing it to rebel, or it's just how I felt or whatever.
Diamond and Crusted cock rings.
And he was probably like the oldest person I knew.
Yeah.
And he was just like, it's cool, like you're just figuring it out. It was the first person to just say, you're figuring it out. You'll figure it out. Just don't,
That's awesome.
Don't fucking do drugs. It's like, just figure it out.
Just
But
don't
he
ruin
didn't even
your
say
life.
that. Like he said that without saying that.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, you got it. Just make the right decisions. Just keep following what you're doing. And that meant a lot because like that's who I'm named after, and that's like it was my only grandfather growing up. My other grandfather passed when I was very young. So yeah, that would probably be the one
That's
I'd
a
want
really
to
good
listen
one.
over to just to see.
To see what, yeah.
I want to see how well I followed it.
Yeah. So I have two. I'm taking a play out of your book. I have two conversations that I would really like.
Oh yeah, I have a second one, but it's
Yeah.
not, that's my number one.
Well, I would say my number one, because number two is for levity. Because I when I saw this question, I was like, we're gonna get real sentimental real quick, and of course. So I make it no mystery. I've said it on this podcast before. I lost my sister a long time ago. One of the last things we got to do together is we were at a local dive bar in Carmichael's, where I'm from, a very small town in Greene County, where she proceeded to rip me apart, like funny, like very, like almost like
It was a roast.
It was a roast, yeah. And she just had the most fun. And I remember that night because I was with some friends that I haven't seen in a while, and they were just dying like, dude, your sister's crushing you. I'm like, yeah, but I didn't know this phrase back then, but right now I'm like, I gotta let her cook, man.
Yeah.
And she was just having a time, and it was, and she was very sick. So it was one time that we were out together, and there's actually a picture of us where I have a bottle of Yingling, and I'm in my Fox's Pizza sweatshirt, and I got off like working 12 hours, and she just got done absolutely berating me in the most funny way that she possibly could.
You smell like garlic butter and sadness.
Yeah. She's like, nice job, bitch. she crushed me in the fun. And I laughed so hard I cried the entire time because I was laughing so hard because it was so good. So I want that. I would love to have that because that was her at her last purest, like who she was before she passed away, because she got very sick after that, and then that's when everything had happened.
Yeah,
so,
then that's just a good time. Like,
yeah,
that's just a good memory that would still make you laugh today.
I really love it. And for levity purposes, the other conversation I wish I had is whenever I went to get my vasectomy, and my doctor who was talking to me, he was the funniest person on the planet because I was so scared. Because I'm like, someone's gonna go in and do stuff to me, and the way that he talked to me, the phrase that I'll never forget. I don't need to record it because I remember it. He goes, "Slide down, let me see them nuts."
You just went.
Yep, I did a cum. And like he's like, "Slide down, let me see them nuts," and he just knew. Like he was a younger doctor, and he kind of knew how to calm me down, and that it was funny. And I try to tell people about it, and people are like, "Just no way." I'm like, I wish I could show you how funny this guy was.
I thought it was gonna be my best man speech.
Your best man speech?
You don't need that recorded.
That was a. Can I say though too? That's the first time you ever made me cry.
Yeah, I know, it was fun. First, but definitely not the last.
No. You've made me cry more times than that. You're mean.
So my other one, since you gave two, I can give a second
Yeah.
one, really, if we need padding for the episode.
Let's do it.
It's when Zacharico moved out of D.C.
Yeah.
because I was trying desperately to get out, and he wasn't trying when I started trying, but he started trying, and he just got to move first to where he wanted to go, which was kudos to him.
Yeah.
And we just had a night like saying how much we meant to each other, and that was cool. And
Yeah.
I've only seen him a handful of times since then, and that was cool. Like
Yeah.
he's my best friend I made as an adult,
Yeah.
even to this day. And we talk here and there via text, but not nearly as much as we used to. And but that was cool. And we've just both grown up and became successful in our own different ways, and eventually both got to where we want to be. So
Yeah.
But yeah, there was just a night over a bunch of fucking Miller Lights, I think, and Fireball.
I was saying, it had to be Fireball.
There was definitely Fireball.
Spiced whiskey.
It was back in the days where Fireball was an option. Yeah, but that was cool. So that one as well, because we were drunk enough that I don't remember exactly what was said, but
Yeah.
I remember it was heartfelt and
Absolutely.
a bunch of hugs.
Yeah. So I think it's only right to toss this out to people who listen to us. Like, if you ever had something,
Yeah.
right? Like if you had a
Oh, hell yeah.
conversation that you wish you had recorded, just let us know.
We'll go over them on the New Year's show.
I think that'd be really cool to
Yeah.
talk about that. So if you had a conversation with someone that you want to remember, let us know, and we'll immortalize it here because the internet's forever, and we'll talk about. So Adam, for the 106th time, I have to ask you, what's on tap and where can you find us?
Yeah, we got a little bit of the Last Garrison on, which is our English special bitter. On tap number 2, we have. By the time you're listening to the chat face, it's probably gone. But I probably got a couple bottles sitting around.
Okay.
That one's very low. And it will be taken over by our New Year's little bit of the Bubbly Brute, which is a Bellini peach IPA, brewed IPA. So keep an eye out on the Instagram for that. It'll definitely be on by the time we get back with a fresh episode. So when you see that pop on the Instagram, hit me up. Then we have Jason's Sleeping Bag, still going pretty strong. That's our Toasted Marshmallow Smash IPA. And then our round 2 beer here, the Merry Crisis, which is our holiday braggot, cranberry braggot, which is coming in at 6.5%. And like I said, during round 3 beers. Hit me up if you want any. And speaking of hitting me up on Instagram, I just want to say I was perusing Instagram today, and I saw that the Decaying with the Boys page is very close to 1,000. And I know it would make me happy if we hit 1,000, but it would make Mr. Matt here even more happy if we hit 1,000 before the new year rang in.
It would.
So tell your family, tell your friends to give us a listen and give us a follow on Instagram and give us a follow on all of our social media that he's about to throw out there. But the Instagram is so close to 1,000. I know he would appreciate it.
I certainly would. But first, before you do that, you want to know what's going on with Adam down here in the Brew Lab. That's at @Bash_Brew on all social media. Don't forget about the philanthropy that this guy goes through every single year. It is at @Bash_Brew, Facebook, Instagram, X.
Share some with the family over the holidays.
Absolutely. The boys down here, we were at DWTB on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, whatever it starts with social, ends with media, you type in at DWTB and you're going to find us. So next week, you're going to get a Christmas episode because we're going to take a little week off.
It's going to be good, though.
You'll like it.
I get upset at one point.
Very upset.
I get upset at a couple of points.
But the good part about that is that you guys still get to hear from us, and we still get to give you guys a gift on Christmas
And
Day.
I promise you it's goofy time.
It's a great time.
When I get mad, I get goofy.
I love it.
I just say nonsensical shit.
I like how, so sneak peek, you made a whole bodysuit of armor out of something.
Yeah. And then that wasn't enough, so I one-upped it.
Yep.
Find out what that is next week.
On Christmas Day. So, from where we are here at the Jojitorium, having our last family episode of 2023, until 2024, cheers.
See you in the new year.
Bye. Merry Crisis.
Merry Crisis. Merry Chrysler. Ooh, there were a lot of big people in Ohio.
Yeah. We would fit in.
Well, you would.
Okay.
I'm not tall enough. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that sound so mean.
That hurt my feelings.
I meant height-wise. They're very tall as well as big.
Good cover up.
Well, you would, big fatty fat.